Well, greetings. Welcome to all of you. It's a great pleasure to have the privilege of introducing to you tonight the Venerable Lama Yeshe. There's a saying that some people have greatness thrust upon them. In this case, I had the great honor thrust upon me to do this introduction. It's a very special occasion to have this meeting here in this lecture hall. Because as some of you may remember, in the spring of 1978, Lama Yeshe offered a course here on Tibetan Buddhism. And every day he spoke to jam-packed rooms like this. And so those of us who've had something to do with putting this together feel that it's most auspicious that we should come together in the very same room again tonight. Some of you then may know Lama Yeshe from that previous visit. He's communicated to me that he somehow feels nostalgic to be sitting here. And we can only say we're happy to have him back. Some of you may not know about Lama Yeshe, and therefore I'd like to just make a few brief comments about his life by way of introduction. Lama Yeshe was born in 1935 in Lhasa, near Lhasa, that is, the place of the gods, the capital city of Tibet. And soon after his birth, he was recognized officially to be a reincarnation of a former abbess of a nearby nunnery. That gives encouragement to all us ladies. At the tender age of 6, not that we should be reborn as men, I have to get that straight. But that Lama Yeshe has a special kind of relationship with women. And he's communicated to us. He's communicated that to us over the years. That's what I mean. So, having been recognized as being a reincarnation of the previous abbess of a nearby nunnery, at the tender age of 6, he was taken to Sarajay College. That is, Sarajay is one of the most renowned of the Gelugpa Tibetan Buddhist monasteries in the capital city of Lhasa. And there he received training. He studied under both the junior and senior tutor of the present Dalai Lama, as well as received teachings from His Holiness Song Rinpoche and from the Geshes Wangchuk, Rabten, and Geshe Sopa, who's now Associate Professor of Buddhist Studies at the University of Wisconsin in Madison. From all testimony, from every Tibetan I've ever spoken with who knows Lama Yeshe, there have been comments like this: he was an absolutely brilliant student. He raced through all his studies. He was an accomplished practitioner of the yogas. He far outstripped his classmates. And lastly, he was a gloriously beautiful chanter. He sings well. With the Chinese invasion of Tibet in 1959, Lama Yeshe, along with thousands of other Tibetans, fled his country, and walking on foot for 2 months, he crossed the mountains into Bhutan. Thereafter, for some time, he was at the Baksadora Tibetan refugee camp. He spent many years there, but he continued his studies, and finally he received full ordination under Kyabje Lin Rinpoche. In 1968, Lama Yeshe and a young folk who had been placed in his charge, one Lama Tukun Sopa Rinpoche, moved to Kopan, Nepal, outside Kathmandu, Nepal, and from 1969, many Westerners started to meet him. I was one of those early people in 1969. Randa Salek in the audience was another. Some other people here, some few, met him at that time. And I think we can say we personally benefited from it a great deal. Whatever changes have been for the good, we owe exclusively to Lama Yeshe's kindness. So since 1969, Lama Yeshe has been teaching Westerners And he often remarks what strange karma he must have committed to form a life, spend so much time with us. Before beginning, we'd like to offer our special thanks to the Vajrapani Institute, to Oaks College, to Provost Herman Blake, and especially to Assistant Provost Ron Softly, who helped to make this event possible. 2 announcements. Following tonight's talk, Lama Yeshe will entertain questions. And in order to facilitate that, I think we've passed out cards. If during the course of the lecture you have a question you'd like to address to Lama Yeshe, would you please write that on the card? It'll be collected at the end, and then we'll deal with question and answer periods that way. And also, those of you who've been going to Vajrapani on Sundays for the Vajrasattva Soap instructions, that is not happening tomorrow. So don't go out to Vajrapani tomorrow for that. Now, without further ado, Lama Yeshe will speak to us on the subject, Anxiety in the Nuclear Age, a Buddhist Perspective. And we shall begin. It's my very great pleasure to present to you the Venerable Lama Thupten Yeshe.
Okay, good evening. Okay, I suppose the talk subject on the anxiety of nuclear age. Now, first of all, there is reasons to have it anxiety of the nuclear war. There is a reason, and most of you all know. Now, the nuclear war is, we'll not talk about just blooding, the killing people. America, they estimate 1 year by car accident killing about 50,000 people or something like that. I heard that one. That is, it looks like tremendous. But we concerning, the nuclear war is a very, dangerous one and a serious one. And the material, we talk about, what using the nuclear missiles are the, million tons of energy, explode. And explaining, all people, expert explaining that if, somebody, let's say if Soviet Union, shoot the nuclear missile in San Francisco, center of San Francisco. What happened is something 23 square meters, or abandoned by explosion. And that means, 100, I'm thinking something like, 80, 100, 80, 5 miles from the center, 10 directions are abandoned. That is the reason, isn't it? That is the called law. And a million people killed. And there are also explanation about, medical point of view, reality of how this catastrophe cope, medically, it's an impossible explanation. Because no water, because no electricity, because there's no human survival situation. So something left over is also just there, just there. Nobody going to touch long time. And then, they have explanation, ecological explanation, how, upside down, every, the organic things, damage. And also, because the power of exploded fire burn out the some oxygen area of earth, so that that area people, even if you are hiding under the ground, there's no way you have oxygen. Many people think you can hide, so they try digging now. I think that's also impossible. Scientifically, that is impossible, they say. And also, even if you're not killed, that environment, you just look at your, when you open your eye, it's because oxygen burn out, so the sun rays, you become burn out, you become blind. So that kind of situation now, okay? I understand that's why all of you have, concern and fear and anxiety, maybe. Understand there is a reason. Now, we all know this problem, this problem. Now, according, maybe Buddhist point of view, the nuclear war has evolution, and it has, why existent, how existent, we have explanation. Now, simply way, if I say that the nuclear war, it is something I can interpret it, internal nuclear war and the external nuclear war. Internal is why this weapon is made. Okay? Before this making, before this the nuclear missile made, human mind speculated, and projected such a way, serious manner. There's no joking, serious manner. How, we can protect ourselves. What equipment we need in order to win the war. That is, it's not a joke. Okay, according to Buddhist point of view, or my point of view, that a nuclear war, when that speculation, that imagination comes, is already started, It's already started. Internal nuclear war already somehow establishing into, or unconsciously or consciously already, And those experts of the, armies, they explain the why make these weapons, why produce these weapons. Because they know in order to protect ourselves, we have to raise up the arm. They are the pushing. Well, let's say maybe American people think most time sounds my superficial. They always think about president. He is the blah 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 blah. That is my my superficial looking at the blame to him. He is the arm race. He is the arm race. My opinion is, I don't think so. He is the arm race. Behind him, people take responsible to keep this country, peace and freedom. The army generals, they're the pushing. Say, if we don't have that things, we not guarantee our job. Anyway, these things I'm sure you know already. So the things are we blame. It be careful. You have to be analyzed, be truthful. Truthful, and especially we say that we all dislike to harm and to make weapons and the nuclear distance. We try protest, we test. I think it's reach out of control. Even though we mean well, we protest, we try to manipulate, we try to do many things. It's just the timing. I don't think so. What I mean, I don't think so. It is really worthwhile. Not have produce of nuclear energy. They will produce anyway. Doesn't matter. It's like mushroom. It's produced. But the point is maybe, try to educate the people, not use nuclear energy harmful way. And I think by educating, we can do something. I think we can do something. Otherwise, if we do something unreasonable action, it doesn't produce result. It is very difficult because time nuclear energy is time nuclear energy. There is reality. So the best is the understanding of the nuclear war and educate the people and make them not use that weapon. That is, I think, our responsibility. Otherwise, just having the anxiety or fear, it is not help. It cannot solve the problem. Because the anxiety, the emotion, disturbed mind is also destructive within you. So that produces, I think, hatred, hatred. The hatred is I think, inside nuclear war. So that's why I'm telling you that the internal nuclear war, consciously or unconsciously already war. Okay, my opinion that nuclear war is already manifested already in the world, into the conscious or unconscious, and into the speech. Okay, speech already, discussing, fighting, already in the world. Just listen to radio, you can see. Don't need any higher education. That is my observation. I just listening what Russia radio says. I listen what America, talk about. That is enough. You can see it. You can feel vibration. So now, what is it? What is not manifest is, physical. Physical, play is not yet manifest. So how to control physical, use, the physical playing the nuclear weapons? How to control? I think Buddhist point of view is mind have to be controlled. Mind have to control. So we have to be educated people, how to control. It is a guarantee, not harm and not touch weapons, not use weapons. Otherwise, how can you stop, Knife. All of us, every our home, we have knives, isn't it? We have